Tonight we're going to be making ourselves a nice Mediterranean almond tart with dates and an apricot glaze. Here's all this stuff. Let's add it. Okay, this is my pie crust. 1 cup of pastry flour, 1 cup of almond flour, 1 stick of butter. Knife it up and then use your hands. Throw some water in there. Make a snowball. And then, of course, you work it out, work it out, work it out, work it out. And then you flip it back and forth until you have the desired size. And then you throw it into your pan upside down there. And then, of course, it's going to break off a little, but hey, no fuss. Make your edges, and then you're going to fork the bottom. Add some Amaretto di Serrano to it, give it some flavor. And then you're going to be throwing it into the oven, 325 for 10 minutes. And while the crust is doing a little pre-bake, you're going to be halving up your dates, beautiful Turkish dates, anyways, and taking all the junk mail off of them and getting them very clean. Time for the filling. We're going to be taking our vanilla beans and halving them, and then we're going to take our knife edge and splorp out the beautiful insides, the vanilla of that, and then we're going to add it into the bowl, of course. Then a stick of butter, 1 egg and 1 egg yolk, and then we're going to add a little sugar to it, 1/4 cup, and then the juice of half a orange. This is a Mineola. And then mix them thoroughly as much as possible. And then we're going to be adding almond flour and a pinch of pastry flour. And then, of course, we're going to mix that as thoroughly as possible. And what you're going to be doing is you're going to be adding a little more flour and almond flour to it until you find the desired texture. Add the rest of that Amaretto di Serrano, mix it up good, and you're ready to go. Then pour it into your half-baked pie crust, spread it out nice and evenly, and then, of course, add your dates. Be very methodical about that. And then you're going to be putting it into the oven at 350 for 15 minutes, and then you're going to flip it around, turn it down to 325 for another 15 minutes. After it's fully baked, pull it right out of the oven, let it cool a bit, and then pull her out of the tart pan, and then start spreading the apricot jam all over her, which is really a nectar jam, which is a show in itself. And then take off a slice for yourself and plate her up with a slice of orange and some mint. And to give you a little close-up of the one side where the dates have perfectly melted into your tart. And then, of course, on this side, you can see how using vanilla bean, you can see exactly all the vanilla pieces through the tart itself and how wonderful it truly is. Okay, people, thanks for watching. We'll see you next time.